I think first we let the player, if you have a question for a player, and after that I may make a comment of the game.
Commenting إنه I need إنه ready إنه
Speak. You can speak. Speak Arabic if you want. He will translate. But you can English. No problem.
إنه نحن لازم نكون أحسن أفضل من هيك إنه نعطي أكثر كديفنس. عم ننزل عنا رهبة الفرق الكبيرة مثل نيوزيلاند and China.
We hope to give a lot more than what give today. Our afraid from first half, first period, we afraid. We must give more better than what we give.
ويعني استعدادنا إن شاء الله للمستقبل يعني لأن كان فريقنا كلياته صغير يعني.
And we're planning for future. Our team is young now, young player we have.
وبنفس الوقت يعني عم نستعد لبطولة آسيا إن شاء الله بالشهر 15 11.
And we're preparing our team for Asia Cup.
يعني طبيعتنا هلا بالجيم لازم نعطي أحسن ما إنه.
And finally, the game end good for us.
Okay.
You have a question for a player?
Yeah.
Just one for how were you happy with how the team finished the game very strongly after the slow start?
أنت سعيد إنه هيك خلصت المباراة والفريق كان كثير قوي؟
هو طبعا إنه سعيد لأن هنا صح إنه صرنا كلياتنا نقاتل فايتر إنه everybody fighter إنه last time إنه 3/4
all player become fighter fight for become different slow, not too much.
There was a little bit of support from some of the crowd as well. Did you hear the support from the stands in the last quarter?
من الجمهور أنت أخذت وأعطاكم هذا الاندفاع.
Yes, for sure in front and you keep pushing.
Syrian spectator wish more energy to play.
And for coach, how did you think your team played? Was the start of the game obviously didn't start as you would like to? What do you think?
We know that is New Zealand. I know from 2010, from World Championship, I was a coach of Iran, and then from this time, New Zealand started to playing internationally, and that is a big difference. Team is very experienced on the international level, and then playing to the Asia. That is only plus that you are be better and better day by day, and especially that you have a home game. Nobody from us. For Syria, main problem is that we cannot play in a homeland. We are a guest everywhere, and that is a very big problem. That is little bit supporters push you, their player immediately fly. You saw in the second half that is one player came from a bench, change a game, and then after that, it's easier to be coach when the team give you energy. Team have to give you energy, and after that you will make a tactic. That is a very, very simple way. This, I cannot be happy because two first quarter against China and against here, we came very bad in a game. That is, we predict everything. We know about today in the basketball, you don't have any secret. We are prepared. We know what New Zealand do because against Korea, we watch a game. That is the front of our game. We watch a game in China. They play press over the court. We know. We prepare. We prepare first for China. They will be play press. But it's different. In a practice, it's different in a game. 1-2 mistakes, immediately morality come down, self-confidence come down, completely different. We are shooting 3 points. We want to play under the basket. We have a game which nobody can stop if you give a ball under the basket. But we have to trust that we have to give a ball to him. That is. In second half, we are more trust. I didn't change defense. We play all time man-to-man. And then result coming step by step come down, and then motivation come up. After that, I'm happy with the second half. I'm not happy with the first half.
Do you feel your team has been able to progress?
For sure, we have a progress because we are our main player was play in Asia championship. He's stopped playing for Misho. He's like a foreigner for us. We have a spot for a foreigner. Foreigner is not with us, and that it's a team what is built for 2021 Asia Championship, because Syria now need every year to be in a competition, to build the future of the basketball. Basketball not stop in Syria. During the war, basketball play all the time, but that is, we are not professional enough. We need to be more professional, more professional player to come to give an example how we have to practice, how to play, everything else. That is big goods in a basketball. We don't have this.
With today, what did you think or why did you think the slow start happened? Was the travel from China anything?
Oh, that is a very big question for a FIBA. Big. Okay, we are everybody happy that Australia and New Zealand coming. I'm a long time in Asia, and I know Asia. It's a big step for Asian basketball that we have a more competitive. Before we have 7, 8, now we have a 10, 11 teams, what is very competitive. That is great. But our flight, we fly from Shanghai 26 hours. 26. We are landed in Auckland 6 in the morning. 11 we catch a flight, and we are coming in hotel 2 o'clock. And when we are start from Shanghai, 10 o'clock in the morning. 10 o'clock in the morning. Can you imagine this? And then yesterday we came in the gym, airport. We asked, when is the practice? 2:30. And we came at 30. And then second surprise, said, okay, you can practice 6:30. 7:30 said, practice finished. What is 1 hour? How is it possible after 1 hour that is finished? We couldn't do anything.
We play against China on Thursday. Friday, we lost 1 day. One day, different time between New Zealand and China. 1 day.
And
so must be in this distance, 4 days rest.
Also, nobody come in this beautiful country. And they give us only to sleep because of the jet lag, sleep, immediately play game, flight. That is, they have to give day before, day after, and then after that will be competitive. Because day after, player in Asia they are not professional. Okay, Australia and New Zealand, lot of players play abroad, but other team they not play abroad. Nobody will die for 1 more day. We will write for sure some reports from our side how we saw this trip.
So you hope for a longer window, perhaps, of time, a longer period of time with the team?
Yeah, we are prepared longer, yes.
Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations again, and then I wish you that easy to the next round.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Paul, just your thoughts on the game, first of all?
Yeah, I mean, I thought obviously we started the game really well, and I thought that first wave, I thought the starters were great. I thought the second wave that came in, maintained, and it's one of the biggest challenges in a game where you're ahead 61-26 at halftime is maintaining that standard and that level of play. And whilst we might have dropped off towards the end there, just to go through that process and have such a great start, and the boys put on a good show, and then to finish the game with a really inexperienced group who will walk away from this experience better off for it. Just playing that international hoops, there's no substitute for just being on the floor and competing on the international stage, no matter who you're playing against, and for that everyone will be better off. And we walk away from this having achieved one of our goals, which was to qualify for the World Cup, and to be able to do that it's a good day.
Alex, how hard was it as a player to maintain that intensity throughout the whole match?
It was good. Like Paulie touched on it before about how late in the game we kind of I don't want to say took the foot off the gas, but it was a very inexperienced team out there, and it was a great opportunity for those guys to get out there and compete on the international stage. We spoke a little bit yesterday, or some of the boys spoke a little bit yesterday about how this team competes to the last minute, and we saw that tonight. And playing at the international level, you have to be ready to go, for the full 40. And I thought they did a great job of competing the entire game, and they late in the game made a little push, and yeah.
Must be pretty satisfying from playing point of view as well as to go through with just one loss throughout this whole World Cup qualification period.
Yeah, we spoke yesterday about when the whole process started, how the first game was here, and I guess it's just a little bit fitting that the game that kind of gets us over the line and qualifies us to the World Cup happens here as well. So it's been a good and exciting kind of time with not the whole team, or the team has been quite different throughout the windows, and the team has changed. I don't think there's been the same team for 2 in a row probably. So just the depth that we have at the moment, it came in handy a lot.
Paul, what do you do now with the last 2 games? A bit of a lovely time in February to be having 2 of these games coming up to.
Yeah, well, like I said, we achieved one of our goals, which was to qualify, and our next goal is to finish with the highest possible seed, so that we go into the draw for the World Cup with a good chance of getting a good draw. So for us, nothing changes. We'll take our best possible team to Lebanon and Jordan and try and continue this winning streak.
It's also trying to keep the cohesion going with the team as well, because I don't imagine you had too many contacts with them between the February window and the World Cup and August.
Yeah, no, we'll be selecting from a very similar player pool in terms of guys outside. Guys in the US that won't be available. You will definitely be keeping tabs with Ty Webster and Isaac Fortu, obviously going a little bit closer to them. Makes sense to be able to bring those guys in and compete without that sort of travel. So, we'll take all those things into consideration.
Do you have any, after post-February, do you have any what the plans are for getting you guys around? Do you have camps planned or anything like that?
Not at this stage. We're fighting tooth and nail to come up with some sort of significant funding and some funding that will allow us to prepare for the World Cup as best we can, and that's tough to do with the limited amount of funding that we get. So everything will be planned out carefully in terms of that balance of how much have we got in the kitty to spend, who can host us, and are those teams, we're going to get good competition and good camp time and things like that. So you know, great to get it locked in now in November or December, so we can have a good solid 9 months of planning to try and put a good campaign together.
Sport and Recreation Minister Grant Robertson in the crowd tonight. What would be sort of your message to him then in terms of government?
I don't think any message I give to him is going to make any difference, to be honest. Not trying to be cheeky about it, but yeah, I don't think it really matters. I think the most significant way that we can send a message is by doing what we do on the floor and what we've been doing on the floor for the last 18 months, 18 years, whatever we've been, however long we've been competing on the international stage. I think we've been speaking at a pretty decent volume for a long, long time now.
Do you think the switch to Asia has helped though? Because you've been dominant against a few more teams than just sort of coming up against Australia every 2-4 years.
It's helped in terms of, you know, there's more than, there's a different pathway than just trying to go through Australia to compete on the international stage. I think that's been the biggest change, and I think it's been fantastic for our sport in New Zealand, for basketball in New Zealand, for the Tall Blacks, in terms of just the exposure that we get now on a regular occasion. It's awesome, you know. We're getting quality international basketball experience and great life experience too by travelling to these different places that you know, we probably wouldn't even think of going to if it wasn't for basketball.
How much work has gone into qualifying for this World Cup, and what's it meant to the team?
Yeah, it's there's been a lot of work. Like Pledger said, it's been a long process. It was just over a year to the day that we were playing here in Wellington against Korea. But it started a little bit before with the Asia Cup campaign. That was like our first taste in the Asia zone. So, you know, a touch over 12 months, maybe 14 or 15 months, where we've been planning to get to this stage since we'd known about this change in system. So, yeah, it's been enjoyable. It's been really, you know, we've now played 22 different players in the windows by putting Daron and Tyrell in the game today, and I mean, who knows? We could be adding to that in February. And what this has done is just been able to expose our players, both inexperienced and experienced, to more regular international hoops.
And Pledge, assume the team's going to celebrate tonight?
Yeah, we'll obviously celebrate this one. Nothing too crazy, because we obviously, one of the goals was to qualify for the World Cup at the end of this window, and we've done that. So, you know, a lot of us are still in season though in various parts around New Zealand and Australia. So, nothing too crazy, but we'll definitely be, you know, I think toasting this window and just celebrating a little bit that we achieved one of our goals.
Awesome. Thank you.